ruler, why is this line, why is this line shorter than this line? Well, that's because if all the lines are the same length, it would be really hard to read a ruler. For example, if I were to ask you where 1 inch was on the ruler, I think just about anybody would be able to tell me, well, it's right here. That's 1 inch. But if I were to cover up all the lines so they're all the same length, and I were to ask you where's 1 inch, I think you would have a hard time. So the reason the lines are different lengths is so that it's easy to find the inch marks, and it's easy to find a 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch. Now for this next part, I want to show you how to find a fraction on a ruler. And so let's say you wanted to find the fraction 5/8. Remember, what we're looking for is the divisions that would add up to 8 equal parts between the end of the ruler and 1 inch. And once we find those 8 equal divisions, then we need to count 5 of those, and we would have 5/8. So, these lines be a little confusing, so here's what you can do. You can cover up all the lines except for the whole inch marks, and then slowly pull this piece of paper down, and when you see one of the lines exposed, simply count how many chunks there are between the 0 and the 1 inch mark. So we start here at the end of the ruler and we go 1, 2. That means that's the bottom of the fraction. So if we counted one of those 2 parts, we would have 1 out of 2, or 1/2. We want to find 8 parts, so 2 parts won't help us. So we pull this piece of paper down a little bit further to expose the next group of lines. Let's see how many parts we have now. Starting at the end of the ruler, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 parts, or 4 chunks. The bottom of the fraction on these would look like this. It would have a 4 because there's 4 parts. So if we wanted 3 of those 4 parts, we would go 1, 2, 3. 3 parts out of 4 parts. But we don't want 3 out of 4. We want 5 out of 8. So let's pull this down just a little bit further to expose the next group of lines. How many parts do we have now between the end of the ruler and 1? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for 8 parts. And we want to count 5 of those 8 parts. So let's do that. Starting at the end of the ruler again, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we would stop at 5. That is 5/8. 5 out of 8 parts. If I pull the rest of this away, you can see there's more lines on here, but we now know that that's the 5/8 fraction. So I hope this little lesson can help you to find the measurements on a ruler, and good luck.